friends. Welcome to the Creative Impact Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Caldwell, and I'm so happy you're here. Each episode, I take some time to chat with fellow artists about life, faith, and the impact of the arts. Hey everyone, happy Thanksgiving week. I hope y'all are having an awesome Thanksgiving week so far. If you are a teacher or a student, hope you're enjoying the extra break days early this week. And I know we are just a couple of days away from the actual Thanksgiving holiday, but wanted to do something a little bit different and a little fun and special for this week. So instead of the usual conversation that I have with a guest every week, for this episode, it's going to be like we're all sitting around the Thanksgiving table and going around and saying one thing that we're thankful for. In this case, though, it's our arts community and our arts family. So everybody that's sharing here today is talking about why they are thankful for the arts. And I hope that this is just an encouragement to you, an inspiration, just thinking about the power of the arts, the incredible impact that the arts have on the world around us, and especially in a year like 2020, that what you are doing and creating and all the things that you are pouring into have the power to impact those around you and to bring life and hope. So first, I'm going to share with you guys a clip from my friend Jackie Stouffer, and she is the founder and director of Creative Dreams Outreach Center in Stafford, Texas. And I've had the privilege of getting to work with Jackie and work at Creative Dreams for a number of years, and having known her for a number of years and seeing her heart for reaching students through the arts. And so here is why Jackie is thankful for the arts.
I'm thankful for the arts because of how they helped me develop into the woman that God made me to be, and how I have seen many of the students that we serve at Creative Dreams be healed through the arts when they don't feel like they can open up and even verbalize the pain that they're feeling, the brokenness that they feel, the hurt. They can show it in their art and in their dance, and when they play an instrument, it all comes out and it makes them more willing to talk about it. I believe the arts are God's way of healing our students.
Wow, that's so incredible. I really love hearing Jackie's heart for the students and the way that art has the power really to heal and to bring change in their lives and in our lives. And I firsthand had the opportunity to witness that happening at Creative Dreams. And that was one of the biggest joys for me. Next, we're going to hear from Krista Bower, and she is chair and professor of dance at Belhaven University in Jackson, Mississippi. Here's why Krista says she's thankful for the arts.
I'm thankful for the arts because of their power to connect us to God, to one another, and to our communities. I feel connected to God when I dance, when I create, and when I experience art made by others. I'm thankful for how the arts connect me to other people through collaborative processes, rehearsals, performances, and rich discussions about intention, meaning, significance, and innovation. I'm thankful for the impact of the arts in my community, as lives are inspired and changed through making and experiencing art. I'm also thankful for the many teachers and mentors who've helped to shape me as an artist and human. I'm grateful for my students, past and present, who inspire me every day. The arts connect us to our humanity and to our Creator. May we always remain thankful for how the arts enrich our lives.
Thank you so much, Krista. That was so beautiful and so true. And I am so grateful as well for the mentors in my life that have helped me develop as a person and as an artist, and also the students that I've had. So that was such a great reminder. Next, we'll hear from my friend Tiffany Howard, and she shares along a similar line about how arts help develop community and also just how they allow us to express ourselves.
I'm thankful for the arts because they add beauty, color, and vibrancy to our lives and to our world. Whether that's in the form of a dance, a painting, or writing, I love that it's a way for me to express myself as well as to see and hear how others express themselves. I'm thankful for the community that the arts brings in connecting people with similar interests in a way that encourages each of us to be the best that we can be at whatever our art form is.
I love that Tiffany and I were actually able to reconnect over this podcast. And it's so cool seeing how something like this has allowed us to be able to spur each other on and encourage each other in our different realms of the arts. Next, we get to hear from one of my amazing coworkers, Kayla Sokoloff. She and I get to work super closely together teaching dance in a high school setting, and it's been just such a joy to get to work with her and get to see her heart for the students as well, and her passion for dance and for the difference that can make in people's lives. So here's Kayla's word on why she's thankful for the arts.
There are truly so many things to be grateful for as we head into Thanksgiving this week. And for the purposes of this podcast, one of the things that I am incredibly grateful for are the arts, and really specifically to me would be for dance. Dance is something I've been doing since I was in 4th grade, and it was something that I always knew that I wanted to teach. And I am just so grateful to have come across an art form where I'm able to express myself and to move through the space in a creative way that makes me feel, strong and powerful and passionate, and express myself in ways that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. And so art has created, such a great safe place for me. And then also for the students that I have the pleasure of teaching every single day. I love watching them have the opportunity to express their creativity. And I am just grateful to be in a space where I'm able to cultivate that for them.
That truly is such a gift. And I love the way that Kayla put that, with being able to express ourselves and also to see our students have that same opportunity as well. In the next clip, you're going to hear from Shannon Benton, guest from episode 19, and she shares about how the arts help us to feel fully alive.
I am thankful for the arts because there's something about the arts, that expression that can't be described, that you almost can't put words to the response that it brings out, that is invaluable to me. It makes me come alive, makes me feel more at home in my own skin. There's just something about it that resonates deep in my soul. And when I'm not able to express in an artistic way, or I'm not able to enjoy arts, when I get into a mode of work, and do, it's the arts that kind of brings me back home, and specifically dance and music for me. But there's something about it that just, it wells up in my soul and takes over things that I would try to describe, and brings out of me.
I'll just leave that right there. So good. Next, we're going to hear from Katelyn Harbaugh, and she was guest on episode 8 of the podcast. Katelyn shares about the impact art has had on her life, especially in this season of motherhood.
As a stay-at-home mom, I am thankful for the arts for several reasons. One is that it is a huge outlet for me as I go through the daily mundane tasks, as well as teaching my children at home. It's so nice to be able to do something that is a little different and involves using different parts of my brain. I'm also thankful to show my children the importance of creativity in the home and expression of self and of the things that God has shown me in His creation, and a desire to worship Him. And I love that I get to share all of that with my kids. And the last thing I'm thankful for the arts for is because of just that. It is an opportunity to worship God in the creating, in the creativity, in the observation of His creation. What a joy and blessing that is to be able to reflect on who He is.
It definitely is a blessing to be able to reflect on who God is, and I hope that this week is a time where you can slow down a bit and do some of that reflecting as well. So next, we're going to hear from Dawn Dippel, and she is a co-owner of the North Harris Performing Arts Studio and also a founding member of Revolve Dance Company. I love Dawn's poetic description of the power of art and the power of dance in our lives.
Art has brought me a discipline, stress relief, a passion, an art form, a second family, a lifetime of friendships, heartbreak, a strong body, a sharp mind, musicality, persistence, resilience, and a strong identity. For this and more, I am forever grateful and thankful for art. I hope people do pause to reflect how the arts have given us hope, beauty, and inspiration during this difficult time we are in, and hope that not only see art as an activity, but a necessity for human life.
It really has been a crazy year and just so many unexpected twists and turns. And I appreciate what Dawn is saying about how in this season helps us to see even more how vital art is to us in our humanity and in our communities. Along those same lines, I received a written message from Debbie Wiens from Reflection School of Dance, and she says, "Hi, Rachel. I am thankful for you and this podcast. As we approach Thanksgiving and we remain in the effects of COVID-19, I'm so thankful for my dance studio and my art form. The ability to be creative as God is creative has been absolutely life-sustaining during the stay-at-home order. When the shutdowns happened so suddenly, it took wit and creativity to make quick solutions for issues we had never faced before. It was a frightening time, but new friendships have been forged as a result of our clever efforts in the midst of a challenge." I think that's such a beautiful message from Debbie and kind of flows right into a message that we got from Curtain Call Costumes.
Dancing forward. We're thankful for every dance studio owner and instructor who continue to share the passion of dance through the best times and through tougher times, no matter the challenge. Your strength and resilience inspire us. Dance teachers make a powerful and positive impact on children. Dance brings joy to our lives and passion to our hearts. Curtain Call Costumes celebrates you, continues to cheer you on, and wants you to know how grateful we are for you. Your performance is our passion, and we're proud to partner with dance studios to keep our industry dancing forward.
I am so grateful for community and people that have rallied around each other to help get through a season like this with COVID-19. And I know we're all hopeful as we move into the end of 2020 and into a new year of 2021. Our next message of thankfulness is coming from Michael Cash, and he and his wife Brianna were on episode 15 of the show. He actually created and produced the music for the podcast and is a worship leader at Sugarland Family Church.
We're so grateful for the arts because of the emotions that can be expressed. You know, there are basic emotions, happy, sad, angry, scared, but there are so many emotions and feelings that lie somewhere in between those basic ones. And it's music, dance, poetry, and the arts that help us reach down and tap into those feelings and emotions. And that is a beautiful thing.
I totally agree. It's such a beautiful thing. And I love this word of gratitude from Meggie Belisle. And she's actually going to be on the podcast coming up in December. So definitely be on the lookout for her full episode. She is a professional dancer and also recently founded a company called Mako Dance that you'll get to hear more about on her episode. Let's listen in to why she believes the arts are so important.
I think just for the sake of beauty. It's just dance is, or any art form, brings beauty, and that brings life, and people need life and hope. And I think that's what art does. And I think art can cross a lot of barriers that a lot of other things can't. And we see that a lot with Mako and the responses we get from people when we do interviews or when we present our work. Just the deeper parts of hearts that are reached makes me really thankful that I have more than just my words to communicate with someone who's going through a hard time.
How amazing to be part of something that brings life and brings hope to the people around us. And next we're going to hear from my Aunt Seanne, and she's also going to be coming on the podcast in December to talk about her journey as a dancer, also in the corporate and retail world, and how she discovered Zumba and how that allowed her to rekindle that passion for dance and for the arts. So I'm so excited for you guys to get to meet her. Here's why Seanne is thankful for the arts.
I'm thankful for my God-given talent and to be introduced to dance, because I didn't start out being a dancer. I'm grateful to keep in shape, doing something that I love, and the ability to teach Zumba at the age of 63.
That is so inspiring to me, and I can't wait for you guys to hear Seanne's full story coming up pretty soon. My next friend sharing why she's thankful for the arts is our most recent guest on the podcast from episode 24, Joanna Koleth.
So I'm thankful for the arts, especially now in 2020, because it's taught us that we as a creative community, we can overcome anything because we've learned how to, in our studios, figure things out on our own and overcome obstacles. And even things like, okay, we were performing this piece one day and suddenly your friend or your fellow dancer crosses you in a different direction. You have to keep dancing that piece, and how are you going to maneuver the improvised situation? And I think that is why I'm grateful to be in this community of creative people. And it's taught me to always think out of the box and not hold on too tightly to this is the way things go and this is the only system that we abide by, but just to be open, like you were saying, open hands and open hearts.
I've loved getting to hear so many of you share your thoughts on why you're thankful for the arts, and we just have a couple more friends to share. The next person we're going to hear from is our guest way back from episode 4, Randall Flinn. I love his perspective on the purpose of the arts.
The reason that I'm thankful for the arts is because I believe that the arts are one of God's richest gifts to humanity. Through these gifts, God displays his handiwork. God reveals information about his character, his attributes, the virtues, the kingdom of God. The arts open a window to what is transcendent. The good, the true, and the beautiful can be revealed through the presentation of the arts. The arts can be sacramental. They can be instruments of the very grace of the kingdom of God. And the artist can serve as a priest, as a prophet, as a servant to society. I am thankful for these good gifts of the arts because I have witnessed firsthand the impact that the arts can make upon culture, how the arts can irrigate the cultural gardens, how the arts can bring hope and grace and beauty and can serve as a healing balm to those that are broken by life. I'm thankful for the arts because by God's grace, I have been endowed as an artist. Therefore, I have a calling and a mission before me to bring beauty for ashes. I am thankful for the arts as a good and perfect gift of God.
Amen. Thank you, Randy. That was so beautifully spoken. And our very last person at the table, so to speak, is Stella Almblade, and she was all the way back from episode number 1 of the Creative Impact podcast. So we're taking it way back, and Stella has a really fun word to wrap us up today.
I am grateful for the arts because it is authentic, relatable, and it touches the soul.
I love that so much. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have, getting to hear from different people in our arts community, in our arts family, and just being able to take a moment to reflect, to think about the beauty and the impact of the arts. I hope you all have an incredible Thanksgiving and that you get to enjoy some time with loved ones and just relaxing and reflecting on what you're grateful for this year. And I want to invite you to come join us again next week. We'll be getting into December, believe it or not. We are going to be in the first week of December, and I'm super excited. We're going to have our month of family Christmas episodes in December. So all of our guests in December are somehow related to me and my family, and I think it'll be a super fun time just to celebrate together and also to continue sharing their stories. Thank you so much for listening to the Creative Impact Podcast. If you haven't yet, today is the perfect day to subscribe to the show wherever you listen to podcasts. The music for the show was produced by Michael Cash. Share the show with a friend, check out our Patreon community, and I'll see you next week as we start our Family Christmas series. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody!